Guys, I guess let's go ahead and just plug this thing in and see what happens. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so a few things going on. First of all, we just booted up into the Freestyle Dash. We also have some LEDs here around the fan, which we'll take a closer look at here in a second. But let me go ahead and just turn this disk drive, or turn the console back off and turn it back on and let you hear that noise one more time. All right, so off. Is that not the, wait, one more time. Turn it on. Dude, that's the yellow light of death noise from the PS3. That's awesome. What about the disk drive? Hold on, guys. It's gonna be something Nintendo, maybe? Yo, it is. Actually, that's sick. Listen to that. Yo. Dude, we got the Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox here. Let's go ahead and I guess just start by syncing this controller up and scroll around here and see what's on Freestyle Dash. So in case you haven't seen this before, it's kind of like the NXE, or at least it looks like the NXE, but it's hacked. It's got cool stuff on it. You got Xbox Live Arcade, you got Xbox 360 games, you got homebrew, Xbox Classic, and emulators. Now let's go ahead and just scroll through and see what is preloaded on this bad boy. Yo, we got all the Call of Duty games, at least most of them. We got Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 2, and I love the scrolling interface. I'm actually not sure if I've seen it specifically like this with the cool cover art on the front and back, and then even got NCAA Football 14. Let's also go back and we'll check out the Xbox Live Arcade here. I'm not sure if we got any arcade games. Nope, nothing there. Maybe some homebrew. There we go. So we had Aurora dashboard, got Dash Launch, Ignore, Simple 360, NAND Flasher, Zell Launch, XM360. So all of that is pretty normal except for Ignore. I feel like I can't ignore this. Let's go ahead and play Ignore and see what happens. Hopefully that doesn't break the console, because that would be bad, but game could not start. All right, so now we're back in the main menu and it's got just some random profiles. Sure, why not? Guys, let's go ahead and pop a game inside and just make sure the disk drive actually works. All right. Gets me every time. Let's pop this disk inside. And yes, it does work, except that it shows, wait, what? I have MW2 in there, but it shows the Call of Duty 4 symbol there, which is interesting. Is that normal? I don't think so. But anyways, it seems to be working. But guys, next up, I want to show you these lights here because they look pretty cool. And then we'll get into the whole dual NAND thing because I haven't tried that yet and I'm not quite sure how to work. All right, so guys, as you can see here, probably the coolest part is we just cycle through colors in the front light. You can see it's green and it'll cycle through to blue and purple and orange and red, that sort of thing. So that's cool to see. And then flipping around to the top here, we have a string of LEDs that appear to just be wrapped around the fan. And on one side, we have kind of a purplish blue hint and then a green hint on this side. And it's subtle, but it's a nice little addition. And now next up, we'll try the dual NAND thing. And I think he said I need to have it off. Otherwise, I might break it if it's still on while I do this. But I think if you hold down the sync button, I think that's what he said, it'll do something. Oh, wait, I just saw something flashing there. Okay, now I'll try to turn it back on and see what happens. Okay, so we still have our goofy noises. Yo, it does work. Okay, so we are on the Xbox 360 development kit, which I have never used before. No idea how to use this, but we're gonna scroll around and check it out. But basically, like I said, this thing is two 360s in one. You have your modded 360 on one NAND, and then your development kit on the other NAND. And you can basically swap back and forth by holding down the sync button while the console's off. But let's go ahead and scroll through here. So we have XEX/EXE only, X content packages only. Okay, yeah, we got something here so we can actually see our games. And let me just try to boot up Call of Duty Ghosts and see what happens, see if that'll actually work. I had to be signed in with an Xbox Live profile. Bro. Okay, so now I'm signed in and it kicked me back to just the main menu. Let me try to restart it, I guess. All right, back at it. I'm kind of curious what happens if I boot up Dash Launch here, because assuming they seem to be on different NANDs, like what happens if I try to cross over and launch Dash Launch, which is on the other NAND, or maybe I'm not understanding that correctly, but we'll try that out in a minute here and hopefully it doesn't break anything. But we'll try this Tools tab before that. You can see there's an X button down at the bottom for Tools. So we have Network Settings. Also got System Settings where you can set up, oh, actually, you can disable your hard drive. That seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna leave that alone. But it's very cool because you have like the ability to change very minute details here that you can't obviously you can't change all these things on the standard dashboard. Create a new profile. Huh, what in the world? What is that gamer tag? I guess let's make one. ABCD. Random. Huh, okay, so yeah, it made it. And then wipe hard disk development areas. Let's not do that. Let's go ahead and try this Dash Launch and see what will happen if I just try to go back there and launch it. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. It says the kernel is not supported, so it's trying to launch something that's basically not on this NAND, which makes sense. So now we'll turn the console off. Go ahead and hold down the sync button to try to get back to the modded NAND here. And then you saw it flashed blue right there. Now we'll try to turn the console back on. And our fan is going. What is happening? Bro. Okay, all right, so we're back to the modded menu and the fan is, sure enough, it's going crazy. Not quite sure why, but I'll I'll just leave it alone, I guess. Now, we actually didn't try out any of these games. Let's go ahead and try to boot one up. We'll try out Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Pull it up. It's got the, ooh, you can flip the cover. You can even see the back cover art.